Hey guys, today we're going to make an almond milk yogurt from scratch. I'm going to use the Vi blender and the Pure Plus yogurt maker to turn a couple of simple ingredients into a probiotic yogurt that's dairy-free and vegan. To get about a litre of yogurt, I've just soaked 1.5 cups of almonds in some water overnight with a little bit of salt. This is going to activate the almonds, unlock nutrients, and make it easier to digest. Once they've soaked overnight, strain them and give them a good rinse. You can then add them straight to the blender. I have 1 litre of cold water here. I'm going to add half of it now and blend it on nut mode for around 60 seconds before I add the other half. Once it's nice and smooth, you can add the rest of the water and blend it again for another 60 seconds. Once that's all done, you can pour it straight into a nut bag, resting over a pot, because we're going to heat that up in a minute. You can use a muslin cloth if you don't have one of these. Now we're going to pass all of the almond milk through the bag, squeezing as much as we can out of it. Make sure you get as much out of this as you can. You'll be left with just the pulp behind, which you can actually use in your baking later on. So we've got our almond milk ready to go. I'm going to thicken it today using agar-agar to keep it vegan. There's also some more information on the blog post about using gelatin as a thickener instead. So place your pot over medium heat and gently bring it up to 87 degrees, where we're going to hold it for around 10 minutes. I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of agar-agar, which will dissolve as it heats up. Use a thermometer to monitor the temperature, making sure it doesn't get too hot where it can burn and boil over. So once you've held it at 87 degrees for about 10 minutes, take it off the heat and let it cool down to below 43 degrees before adding your starter. Once it's cooled down, we can then add our yogurt starter. I'm going to use a non-dairy starter today. And with that, we're going to add 1 teaspoon of sugar, which is going to help feed and multiply that bacteria. Give it a good whisk, and then we'll pour it straight into a sterilized yogurt jar. You can pop the lid on now and put it straight into the yogurt maker. We'll fill up the water bath up to the tall line indicator. Pop the lid back on and then we'll punch in our settings. I'm going to ferment this for 24 hours at 38 degrees. Once the incubation time is up, you can take it out of the yogurt machine and pop it straight into the fridge to cool and set for at least 6 hours. If it's looking like the yogurt has split, give it a whisk after it's cooled down and it'll come back to a really nice texture. So there's another non-dairy vegan yogurt that you can make from scratch using your Pure Plus yogurt maker. You get to control what goes into it, no nasties, and an excellent source of probiotics. Give this video a like if you enjoyed it, and as always, hit subscribe if you haven't already. Check out the Luvele Life blog for more yogurt recipes and awesome food ideas. We look forward to catching you next week.